Okay, sorry for the late upload. I actually did this video and then I uploaded it, got everything set up as far as description and all that good stuff. And then I listened to the video, which I should have done before I uploaded, and there was a crap ton of background noise, which was horrible. So, anyways, let's get to it because there is a lot to go over. And I think I'm going to go over the general stuff first, and then I'm going to go to Endgame, and then finally I'll get to zombies. So the general stuff is we're getting a new melee weapon. It's called the Executioner's Duet. Um, I'm a little bit excited for this. It says fast attack speed and high damage. Well, if you remember in Black Ops 6 and even some of the ones before then, we had the Cali sticks, right? Fast attack speed, high damage. So I hope they act like the Cali sticks. Maybe they look like axes, but they're like the Cali sticks because that was one of my favorite melee weapons. I used it absolutely everywhere. So it looks like I'll probably be using these for sure. And the camos don't look half bad either. AN94. If you guys have played past Black Ops, some of the Modern Warfares, you have used this weapon. I hope it doesn't disappoint, and I hope they didn't nerf it. I hope that it is back to the way that it used to be, or maybe even a little bit more powerful. That would be great as well. Um, Here's another one I'm kind of excited about, but I'm kind of not. Like right now in Endgame, yeah, they did nerf the Ion, and in Zombies, in the boss with the Ion, is good. So the bad thing in Endgame, like before they nerfed the Ion, the bosses were taken out too quick. Like if you weren't on your shit getting to the next guild strike or world event or whatever, then it was gone before you could get there. You had to have Daredevil, you had to be a good flyer, you had to like hurry to get to the next one in order to fight them all and get the rewards. So, anyways, I hope that it does as much damage as the normal Ion does now, but fires faster. Um, I think that would be cool, especially with token right. Like it's going to be a beast if they haven't nerfed it, right? Um, Mirage dual fire kit. Sorry guys, I haven't read all these, so um, that might be good. Dual fire kit. I don't know yet. We'll have to try it and see against the zombies bosses and different things in in game and see how it racks up. And then the 5.7 carbine. I don't know. It's, I mean, it's turning the pistol into an SMG. We've seen that before, and it really didn't turn out well. There's some new events that are coming up. Uh, you're going to get a new Nicolas Cage operator skin, it looks like, and some other rewards, which I'm not going to really go over. There's actually a video on it. I want to get to the in game content. So, new in game content, new glitch fracture. Uh, I wonder if this glitch fracture is going to be more powerful now that we can prestige our operators to prestige 3 and have a fourth skill track and more exotic skills and more nightmare skills, or if it's going to be the same thing and we can run through it at 66 versus 88, or max. It says max, but it's actually 88. It looks pretty cool. I kind of like the skins. It's going to have Waylon and Samuels and Kagan. So if you don't have those maxed out, now's the time to do it before Thursday when this gets released. Of course, I may not be playing in game on the release. I'm probably being zombies. So we have a little bit of time to level these character or these operators. There's also a few things that are happening. What is this? Oh, restore tokens, weapon charms, 1 hour double XP, yada yada yada. Yeah, so coolant link blueprint. Yeah, that don't look too bad. That's for the AN94. That's pretty cool. Is that for the AN94? Yeah, yeah. The Guardian skill track. Um, I'm not super excited about that, but I could be wrong. Like, let's see, increased change of spawn or increased chance of spawning ammo or armor. That might be okay. Enemies that damage the player receive damage themselves. That's pretty cool. Fortify, reduce incoming damage is pretty cool. I don't know. We'll have to try it. It might be good to stack with some of the other skills. We'll have to try it and see how it stacks with other ones. I am pretty excited. I don't know. Minor. I don't care about the sight grenade, but anyways, I am kind of excited about this new exotic skills track. You know, killing an elite has a chance to trigger a large explosion, dealing damage to nearby enemies. That sounds awesome. The sleeper agent sounds like brain rot and zombies. I don't know. We'll have to see on that one too. But and then for like, I'm not going to go over multiplayer. I'm not going to go over Warzone. You guys know my channel. It's in game and zombies for the most part. You know, in the past it might have been some multiplayer and some ranked and whatnot, but I have not played ranked in Black Ops 7 yet, so that's different. But the main event, let's get to zombies. Holy crap. So if we look at this picture, oh wow, what'd I do? Hang on for a second. Okay, let's go back. Get back to this. I don't know what this is either. Okay. If we look at this picture, it looks like it's showing some of the areas in the map. And it looks pretty cool. Like, look. So if you guys don't know me, I mean, the people that do know me know I have tattoos and whatever. Well, my whole chest is a Japanese piece, and it has some, some of the cherry blossom trees and some of this stuff on it. So I'm pretty excited about this map, not only because it's Japanese based, but because it's a castle, and which, Black Ops 6, I love Citadel. I'm sure you heard it from some of the other videos. And then the whole dynamic environment is what it looks like to me, with the lava and everything. It seems like it's going to be a good map. I hope that it can compare with Token Right, because Token Right was one of the best Modern Warfare maps. Prove me wrong. But anyways, let's get to it. So there's cherry blossom trees, lava, and split environments and whatever. But if you notice from this map, like, I can't, can I here? Let me make it a little bigger. If you look, like, there's green eyes on the statues. There's like different things around the map. Like, I don't know what that is yet, but we will, us, we most definitely will be figuring this out for sure. Anyways, why won't my screen go back to there? Well, that's weird. It won't. What is it doing? Sorry, guys. Anyways, it won't maximum out anymore. There's some quotes, and he's talking about, or Takio's talking about, like, it kind of looks like his home, but it's different, right? And that just goes back to the whole thing from some of the other maps where they're talking about, like, your memories get altered in the dark ether, right? So I think that's something to pay attention to. Um, this new special enemy. Holy crap! Like, look, I thought the Necropincer in Token Right was a cool new enemy type, but the Oni, come on, man! Like, this is awesome. Like, I can't wait. But I guess I can, because he's gonna come after me for sure. But anyways, I think that's very cool. Same thing with the fire zombies. I know it's kind of a twist on the toxic zombies. But I did read something down here. So I know I'm skipping ahead, but it's talking about the lava, and it's talking about when zombies go over it, they can take damage too, but then they become scorched zombies. So if we have a horde behind us and they go through the lava, do they turn into these zombies? That's a good question, right? So, I was thinking like if I trained them up and I was trying to get rid of a horde, I could train them up and then jump over the lava and they go in the lava and they take damage and they die. But that may not be a good strategy because if they turn into these things, well, that may be worse than the actual zombies themselves, right? So we're gonna have to test that for sure. Um, again, the wonder weapon classified, not been leaked, not been nothing. We have no idea what this thing is. So we'll see. I mean, going by some of the challenges that I'll go over here in a little bit, it looks like it's going to be something that's going to maybe have some, you know, damage bleed, kind of like the Mustang and Sally's, maybe explosions or something. Maybe because one of the challenges, and I'll go over later, is destroying multiple enemies 25 times. Well, the only way you're gonna be able to do that is if it has a bleed effect or um it can go through things, kind of like the siren, right? So we'll see. But the trap riflemen, you know they look like the ghost from Mob of the Dead. I don't know, like, but if you read through this, like, it's talking about there's an actual um quest or whatever to activate this. So we'll see. That may be pretty cool. It may be a pain in the butt. I don't know. But I already went over the fire. Um, the pack a punch as dragon scale. So obviously we already seen this in one of the past videos where the smith is a dragon. So um, it kind of fits. Dragon scales at the dragon. I would have thought that the gold would have been, level 3, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyways, let's see here. For beating the quest, you get an operator skin. There's going to be audio logs, document, and all this is normal stuff. Directed mode is going to be later on. But here's the one I was talking about. Eliminate 25 zombies in 5 seconds using the wonder weapon 25 times. That tells me, like, to kill 25 in 5 seconds, you're going to have something that blows up or goes through things, right? I don't know. So we'll have to pay attention to that. There are going to be new relics. They don't say how many relics. You know, Ashes of the Dam, there were what, 9? And then Astra, there were 6. And then, so I don't know. Maybe there'll be 3. Maybe there'll be 6. We don't know. Are they going to add a tier 4? Because we're getting a lot of relics now. You know, New Gobblegum Helping Hound. Now this is going to be really cool, or maybe it won't be really cool. It's going to give you Hellhound as your best friend for 5 minutes. But how strong is this thing going to be? I mean, is it going to be able to take down an elite? Is it going to be able to take down a special? Is it going to be like the pet Doppelgas in Shattered Veil and Black Ops 6, where it only lasts for a little amount of time and really didn't do a lot of damage? That's a good question. So we're going to have to test that out. And if you're into Dead Ops Arcade, it summons three hellhounds to your bidding. So Rambo, if you're listening to this, that's something you're definitely going to have to test out, bud. Yep, for sure. New ultra rarity mystery box item. The PPSH is back again, guys. In Black Ops 6, that was definitely one of my favorite weapons for a while. Like, the thing shot fast and it did a lot of damage, and I loved it. So we'll have to see, you know, how it does in this. And you know I wish that it was a weapon that we had a blueprint for so that we could add attachments on it, because it does say signature large magazine and rapid fire rate, but in Black Ops 6 we added stuff so we didn't have a whole lot of recoil as well. So we'll see. What's it say? Ported over to Black Ops 7 with stats rivaling that of a Wonder Weapon, including full Pack-a-Punch progression. Well, we'll see. They said that same thing about the MP40, and it was mid. I thought it was mid. I would have thought that it would have done more damage than it did. But that's me. Everybody has their own opinion, right? So, Warzone and multiplayer, obviously, again, I'm not going to go over them. Anyways, can't wait, guys. Um, Let me know in the comments how you feel. If there's anything else you kind of seen in here. I mean, I'm seeing some of the stuff in the background and whatnot. Oh, I did say obstacle course. I forgot about that. Like, I read that. There was a challenge and it was talking about an obstacle course. So that's a new thing. We've seen it in game with the obstacle courses and the sea courses and whatever to get the dark ops. So now they're adding it to zombie maps. So we'll see how that goes. But have a good one.